We're keeping across media day for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and some comments just into us from a 4-time former world champion. That's Sebastian Vettel, who is in Saudi this week. He's been talking about Lewis Hamilton's adjustments to life at Ferrari. He's also weighed in on the championship battle, the likely battle between Oscar Piastri and potentially Lando Norris for the championship itself. This was, of course, Vettel in his Ferrari days. He failed to add to his 4 world titles in 6 seasons with Ferrari, but he did win 14 Grand Prix, and he has this take on how Hamilton will have to adapt to life in red.
Well, I think it's obviously a big step. It's a big shift in culture, and I think right now, obviously, he's very focused on the racing side and on the car and how the car wants to be driven and how it feels and so on. Adapt. But I think adaptation is not only driving. I think it's also a lot of the things that happen around the driving whilst you're driving as well. So, I don't know, to give you examples, the steering wheel, for sure, he's adapted it to the way he likes it, but it's not the one he had. These things just take time to really adapt, and it takes capacity of your brain, which you had sort of available to you in the past because everything was sort of automatic. So it naturally takes a little bit of time. Of course, I know that he has very high ambitions and very high expectations. So at the minute, I know that he's probably not happy with himself, with his how competitive he is. So that works, that it sort of works on your mind, and he's obviously not the most successful driver by chance, but for many reasons. And he's working, I believe, very hard to fix all those things and to get back the full capacity that he needs and requires on his driving to race to a level that he's happy with.
As for this year's championship, will it be an all-McLaren affair? And might Oscar Piastri have the upper hand on Lando Norris? Piastri is now the bookmakers' favourite, and maybe part of the reasoning there is that Norris is perhaps seen as not psychologically strong enough to be a world champion. Vettel thinks Norris is misunderstood.
Aren't we all having good times and bad times? Whether we are Formula One drivers or, having a regular, let's say, regular job, and what is a regular job anyways, but aren't we all like that? We have better days and worse days. And I think the threat now is that people talk about what he's maybe going through and interpret it as a sign of weakness. Like, why is he doing that? What's going on with him? What's wrong with him? Nothing's wrong with him. I think everybody's going through the same things in different phases of your life. Self-doubt is the most natural thing there is, but it's the most unnatural thing to talk about, and that is wrong. So I think it is completely fine, and I think it's very courageous of him to open up and talk about that side of him. And I wish and I hope that the media picks it up and turns it a little bit around